So this is the remote desktop. Okay. So in this desktop we have SAP system. Okay. So the first, this is the icon you should open. So this is the icon we were referring presentation layer. SAP logon pad we call it is. Okay. So if you please note it down this navigation, guys. Even though like if you are running also, you should note it down. It will help to practice you easily. Once you open it, okay, you are able to see two systems here. One is ECC and another one is S4 HANA 1809. Okay, so as I said, ECC is, this is non-HANA database, and this is the S4 HANA is HANA database. Okay, so now just open the S4 HANA 1809 system. Once you open it, this is the initial screen where you should provide username and password. Okay, so for that user details, once you logged into your remote desktop, there will be a notepad here. Okay, you just open that notepad, whatever the username and password mentioned here, you just use those details there. Is for HANA 1809, right? This is ECC details. If you want to log in ECC side, so this is the user ID password, and if you want to log in S4 HANA, this is the user ID and password. Okay, now band 5, you want to log in. In fact, both are same. They have given. So now band 5 and welcome 123. Only W capital. Okay, that means that W is capital. Welcome 123 is the password. So just give user ID and password and click on enter. Okay, so then there is an information, you just continue. Yes, so this is the initial screen of SAP. We call it SAP easy access screen. Okay, so this is the screen. SAP, most of the transactions will be having this kind of GUI only. Okay, graphical user interface. This is how it will be. Okay, it is not so great in terms of the graphical user interface side, but the transactions performance wise, it is so powerful, the SAP. Okay, so here we have like couple of items. This is a menu bar. We have some menus are there, and this is a toolbars are there, and in the toolbar we have a command prompt. Okay, here a command prompt is there. So in SAP, to navigate any transaction, okay, we have a transaction codes. Through transaction codes only, you can navigate into SAP applications. Okay, for that matter, any transaction. Suppose if you want to create one sale order, for that one transaction is there. If you want to create a ABAP program, for that one transaction is there. So like that, you name it for that one transaction code will be there. Okay, so like that, for technical people, we use most of the time transaction code or a T code. We call it as a short form T code. SE38. SE38 is the T code. To go to ABAP editor. ABAP editor is the editor where ABAPers will be writing programs. Okay. So now give the transaction code in command prompt and click on enter button, or this continue. Enter. This is also enter, or you can use keyboard enter. So this is the ABAP editor initial screen. So this is the ABAP editor screen. So here program and create a display change buttons are there. Now here, if you want to create a program, new program, the first and foremost thing is name. In SAP, if you want to create any new objects, that means that any custom objects is nothing but addition to existing things. Okay, SAP is given the complete application. On top of that, you are creating your own, some objects to the existing objects. Okay, that time all the names should be starting with the either G or Y, capital letter. Okay, sorry. I mean, anything. It can be caps or small. Okay, so either G or Y, you should go. You should use the first letter. Okay, Z. Just sample. I'm using. So just follow this naming convention. It will be easy for you guys. Like I'm using 101 my user details and 1. So G is mandatory. Either G or Y it should be there. And this sample, I'm just using, since it is a sample program, so I'm just using sample, or it can be anything, you can use it. But again, you just use underscore and then user, whatever the user you have given, that user details you just provide, and underscore 1. So kind of sequence numbers, 1 2 3 4, first program, second program, like that. Okay, with that easily you can count how many programs at the end of the training I have written. Okay, so I can, damn sure, like you'll be writing more than 40 to 50 programs by end of the program, by end of this training program. Okay, so once you provide the program name, now we are going to click on create button. Okay, once you click on create button, you will be having a pop-up screen here, one pop-up, where you should provide a title for the program. So it is a sample program. And then after providing a title, one more input box you should fill, that is type under attributes. That is, you just select for time being executable program. We will discuss all those things, what it is, executable, include programs, all those things. But as of now, you just select executable program and then click on save button. Okay, please note it down, this navigation, guys. It will be easy for you to practice after class is over. Okay, click on save button. Yes. Now one more pop-up. Here it is asking where this program should store. Okay, so for time being, just go with a local object. Click on local object. We will discuss all these things in detail, but I mean, just in part of navigation, I want to show this program creation and execution, all those things. You just, write it down, this navigations. Click on local object. Yes. We came to ABAP editor. Okay. So this is our, for ABAPers, this is the playground. Here you play, with your ABAP programming expertise. So now, like other programming languages, this is also, all keywords driven programming language. Okay, so generally any programming language will be there, a functionality kind of to display something to output, right? So same way ABAP also that functionality to display some text into the output. How it can be done in the ABAP program? For that, we have a keyword called write. Write is a keyword to display anything, any text into the output. First ABAP program. Okay, it should be within single quotes that the text should be, and then finally ending with period. Every ABAP statement should be terminated with a period, full stop. Okay, so that's it. So write is a keyword to print something into the output, and then here the syntax, if you see, write space, and then whatever the text you want to print, and end with the period. Okay, assume that this is the simple program I wanted to write. I have written. Now what I should do to execute this program? So mandatorily you should follow 3 steps before executing any program. First thing is you should save it. Okay, yes, now whatever you have written, it has been saved. Okay, and then after that you should do syntactical check whether my coding is syntactically right or not. Okay, with this option you'll come to know. Check. No syntax errors found in report, so and so. Now it is clear. It is saved and no syntax errors. The another activity which mandatorily you should do before executing, that is activate. See, if you see the current report status will be inactive. Okay, so inactive objects are not useful for the execution. Always active objects only you can execute them. So you should activate it. And one more thing, once you activate the object, then only this program will be stored permanently in the system. Okay. So just click on activate button. To activate also, the program should not having any syntactical errors. If at all it has a syntactical errors, it will not allow to activate it. So now it is active. Now it is ready for execution. To execute, we have execute button called direct processing. Our shortcut key is F8. Okay, I'm just clicking F8. See, whatever I have written, my first ABAP program, that text, and this is the title. The title we have given, right? After click on create button, we got a pop-up. There we have given a title. That is the title. Suppose if you want a different title, now you guys know where you should give that title. Okay. So this is your first ABAP program. Okay. So you guys have any issues? I mean, whoever able to logged in, did you write this program along with me? Or others also, if you have any issues? I mean, if you are not understanding why this step, why how this to be done, all those things. If you have any questions, please raise it. When somebody logged in, right? I missed their name. Can you please confirm? You are able to, write the program.
This is Pushkar. I have made notes. I'm doing it parallelly. So I'm not done yet, but I have made notes and I'll let you know shortly. But
No, please.
no problems as of
Oh,
now.
okay, no, please log. I mean, anyway, you have logged in. Please, no, you follow it, whatever the step I have, because I mean, if any infrastructure issues are there, once you log in also, so then we can fix it that from the tomorrow session onwards. Okay, so I'm going to write another program now. Okay, I'm going to write another program. If at all you guys are not understood the first time, you just follow the second program now. Okay, so here I'm going to discuss one more T code here. Here I'm there in ABAP editor, right? I wanted to go back to SAP Easy Access screen. The screen which we, as soon as we logged in, we went to that screen, right? So that screen I want to go. So how I can go? As I said, for everything here we have a transaction codes. For that we have /n. Wherever you are there, your session will be killed and it goes to easy access, SAP easy access screen. I'm giving /n and enter. See here, SAP easy access. Now I want to write one more ABAP program. Can someone tell me what is the T code I should use? Sorry? SC38. Good. Okay. SC38. Enter. So same ABAP editor initial screen. Now I'm going to give the program name as per my own convention, but it should follow whatever the convention you can use it, but first letter should be Z or Y. Okay, that is a condition. Now I'm going to click on create button. Now here I'll give. So this program, in this program I'm going to write a simple addition of two numbers program. Okay, just see in ABAP how we can write that logic. Okay, and how I can execute the summation. So just for sample program for addition, then executable program. If you guys have not written previously, at least please note it down now. Then click on save button. Here, once you give the SC38, you'll come to here and you should give the program name and then click on create button, and then after that you will get this pop-up. Here you provide the title and then type is executable program and then click on save button. Yes. So now here you should click on local object. Yes. So now we got into ABAP editor. See, by default, this is the first statement for any program. Report is the keyword and with the program name, whatever the name you have given. Now you will write addition of two numbers. So basically, to write addition of two numbers, any program, can someone tell me how many variables are required?
Three.
Yes. So three variables are required, right? Okay. Two variables for to get to hold the two values. Okay. Whatever the numbers we are going to add it, and then finally another variable to hold the summation of those two numbers. Three variables, right? So now the question is how we can define a variable. Before using a variable, we need to define, right? So in ABAP, how to define a variable? So for that, we have a keyword called data. Data is the keyword to define a variable. Space variable name. It can be anything. It's a user defined name as per your convenience or as per the project standards. Once you go in the live, live project. So for everything, for every project, they'll be having their own naming standards. As per that only, you should write the programs. But sample program, you can go with whatever the name you want. Suppose a value, okay, and then once you give the variable name, again you should give space, then type. Type is a keyword to define what kind of type this variable it is. So we have many data types in ABAP, okay, so we'll be discussing tomorrow that, but now we are going to use only one data type called integer. So integer, we have I here. I is the data type to define integer variables. So now two more variables I need to define, right? Like this, data b value type I, and then data here, like you can have a C value, or finally you want to say is going to sum, right? We can have some variable name sum. Again, summation also is going to be I only, right? Yes. Now, once you define the variable, the variable is available in program. Now you can assign a value to that variable, right? How to assign a value in ABAP to the variable? For that we have a assignment operator equal to, suppose I want to assign 100, okay, and then period. See, variable space equal to equal operator and then space and then value. You got it? So then b underscore value space equal to was 200. Yes. So now I have the values into the variables. Now I can do the summation of these two numbers, right? What is the summation logic? Sum equal to a value plus b value, and then period ending with a period. Okay, so this is how in ABAP the calculation logics will be built. Any arithmetic operations. So this is how you should write. So first is operand and then space operator. Operand and operator in between that you should be having space. See, ABAP is not a case sensitive language. That means that the keywords you can write whatever the case. You can write caps also. You can write small letters also. It won't, there will not be any difference. Okay, it is not a case sensitive. Okay, but it is a space sensitive. Space sensitive. Spaces wherever it should be there, you should use it. Otherwise, you will get a syntactical errors. Okay. So now I have a summation value in some variable, right? So now I can print this summation into the output, right? So right. What is the right is a keyword to print something into the output, right? Right? Sum. Yes. I'm done with the program. Once you have done, what you should do? You should save it. And then what the next step? Can someone tell me?
Need to check the syntax.
Sorry?
Check for syntax errors.
Yeah. So here again, see here for save we have control plus is shortcut key, and for the check control plus F2 shortcut key. Just check it. No syntax errors found, and then after that we need to activate it. And then now we can run it. This is the direct processing. Yes, 300. Okay. So I think now you guys are clear in the second program. Suppose if you want to still, I wanted to give more clarity in this output, like sum equal to that summation value I want to print. Please go on mute someone. Like sum equal to within quotes period. Okay. Enter. Okay. So whenever you do a small change, you give the small space to the existing program, though it is the active also. So you should do all these operations again, save, check, active. Or directly you can activate. So it will does first save, then check, then it will be activating if there is no errors. Okay. So now you can do same. You can sum equal to 300. Okay. So this is what a simple program. Your second program. In this, we will introduce one more small topic called chain operator. So chain operator is nothing but it's a colon. Okay. So colon is the chain operator which will be used to simplify your coding. Okay. Suppose if you are using any keyword continuously, the line by line, if you are using the same keyword, okay, many lines, more than one line, that time chain operator will be useful to simplify that lines. How? Just see here. Data here 3 times you are using, right? I'm going to simplify this code. You should use data after that chain operator. Instead of period, you will be using comma, and you will be removing this data, and then here also comma, and then finally here also I am removing data, and then finally final line should have the period. Okay. So this is the usage of the chain operator. So continuously if you are using same keyword, so you can minimize it by using chain operator. Okay. And then here also in write statement also, here also just use it, and instead of period you can have it comma. There the right statement you can remove it. Even this can have in a single line, like this also you can have. Even this also, but usually variables will be line by line we will be defining. Okay. So now just see, I'm going to, without the checking, I'm going to activate it. See, it will be activated. Now I'll run this. You will get the same result. There's no difference.